Hello, my amazing kindergarten artists. Welcome to our first week of art projects for our second semester of learning. So far, we've already made it through half a year of learning together, my friends, and you've done a wonderful job showing me how much you have learned and grown as my amazing artists. Now today, we are going to be building our very own snow person together. We are working on exploring three-dimensional again, and this time we're going to be using art supplies like clay and other materials as well to help us make our little snow people today. Now, my friends, if you do not have your new art folder and your kindergarten snow person kit, then you might be one of my new hybrid friends that is switching to coming to school this week, but maybe you haven't been to school yet. If you're one of my friends that comes on Thursday and Friday, then you might need to wait to do this lesson because you can't start it yet until you have your snow person kit. So when you go to school this week, if you haven't received it yet, you will get it from your classroom teacher, okay? All you need to do if you haven't received those things yet is just close this down and do this lesson later in the week, please, okay? Rest of my friends, though, if you have your kit and are ready to get started, let's go take a look at what art materials we need besides that to make our snow people today. All right, kindergarten friends, so I'm going to go ahead and set my art folder off to the side. I just made that a requirement so you could check that you have it this week, my friends. We will need our folder starting next week, okay? So I'm going to just slide that off to the side. All you need today is your snow person kit, and it even says on there glue bottle, scissors, and black marker. Now, unfortunately, something else like a black crayon or black color pencil will not work. It has to be a marker, and if you don't have a black one, you could do another color that's dark, like gray, brown, purple, or blue, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and open up my kit now and take out all of my different materials, my friends. You can do the same thing right now. Now, as you start taking things out, I want you to be careful of your little beads that are in there. Don't let them roll away, okay? Make sure that you keep track of the two of them. So in our kit, we have some Model Magic air dry clay. Normally at school, we use natural clay that I would then put in the kiln and heat up, and we would even paint or glaze. But because not everybody has a kiln at home, or most people don't, I decided to use some of our air dry clay this year instead to help us make our snow person. Besides that, you have a small little red scarf that I went ahead and cut for you, friends. You have a cute little pipe cleaner nose, 2 black bead eyes, there should be 2 toothpicks, and a cute little hat. Now, first thing we need to do is open this up, my artists, and that's what you have your scissors for today, because this is kind of tough to open. So go ahead and cut off a little bit of one end so you can open it up. And as soon as you open it up, my friends, it's going to start drying up. So if you don't have time to make your snow person, don't open up your clay yet, okay? You have to go ahead and start making your snow person as soon as you open it up. Now your packaging, you can set off to the side and throw away later. And here is your piece of clay, my friends. It's stretchy. You can pull it apart and put it back together. It's kind of fun to play with. It feels a little wet, but not too wet. It doesn't feel icky. And I can ball it up and I can roll it around. I can even smush it down. So try playing with it for just a quick minute or two here and just see what you can do with it as well, my friends. Now, when you're ready to start building your snow person, we need to take our clay that we have and we need to break it into 3 pieces. That's how many pieces I used to build my snow person. So I'll pull off a little bit for the head and roll that head into a nice little ball. Again, I only need a small little bit for the head, not too much. And then I'll pull off a bigger piece for the middle. Again, I'm rolling it in between my 2 hands. You see it's on the palms of my hands, not my fingers. I'll roll it on my hands, or I could also roll it on the table as well to help make it look like a snowball. I'll put it next to it. Yep, look, my head is smaller than the middle. And then I should have one more big piece left that I can start rolling up into the bottom part of my snow person. Now, as always, artists, if you want to make only 2 parts of your snow person, that's okay. If you even want all 3 pieces to be the same size, that's okay as well. So I'm just looking. Oh, look at that. I did a nice job of making a big a medium, and a small, just the way that I like to make my snow person. So now all I need to do with these pieces is start building them on top of each other. And as soon as you put the clay onto each other, my friends, it's going to want to stick. So make sure that you have it the right way that you would like it. So maybe I'll go ahead and put my middle piece right on top of my big piece like that. And already you can see they're sticking together. I can give them a little push, but I don't want to push too hard. And then I'll take my head as well and go ahead and set that on top. Push down a little bit. And here's my snow person's body right now. So now that we have the body built, it's time to add some of the extra materials that we have today as well, my friends. I like to start first with my snow person's arms. That way I can kind of poke them through. So you need to decide if you're going to have your arms straight out, if you want to point them up or maybe point them down. However you would like, just make sure that you hold your snow person as you start to slide them in. I like to have my arms kind of going up like my snow person is saying, yippee! I also twist a little bit as I'm sliding mine in. There we go. My snow person has some joyous looking arms now. All right, time to start adding up to the top. I'm going to start with my scarf next, and I'm going to wrap it around my snow person's neck. Now, if you don't like how your scarf is, my friends, because I did have to cut some of these kind of fast, you can also do a little bit more cutting on them. For example, maybe I might cut this one a little bit thinner at this end, just so it matches the other end a little bit better. I can also make my scarf shorter, but I want to wrap it around first to make sure that it's the right length. So I'll wrap it around my snow person, tuck it under his or her chin, because remember, your snow person could be a boy or a girl. Be careful you don't poke its face. I'll go ahead and just hold my scarf down a little bit to make sure that it will stay in place. All right, time to start adding the face on our snow person. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my nose for this first part, the little pipe cleaner. I'm just going to poke it right on in there. That's going to stay really well because it's kind of fuzzy, but your eyes, my friends, and your hat today might need just a little touch of glue. Sometimes, if you don't push them far enough in, they can sometimes pop back out. So I'm going to use a little bit of glue today on mine. Again, this is optional. You don't have to do this step, especially if you don't have a glue bottle, because glue stick will not quite work on this. So go ahead. Just going to add a small dot of glue. My eyeball is almost rolling away, silly eye, just to one end. Stick it into my snow person. Again, don't push so hard that you smush your snow person's face. Just be kind of gentle as you put it on. I'll do another dot on my other eye. Remember, dot, dot, not a lot, right? Go ahead and gently push that one in. And then I can move on to adding the hat as well. I think I'm going to fix up my scarf a little bit first because it's looking a little bit too high on my snow person's face. So I'm going to bring it down a little bit. There we go. Now that looks like I'll be able to fit a mouth. All right, I'm going to set that snow person down for a moment. That way I can grab up my glue and my little top hat. Now again, if you don't want to add the hat, my friends, for example, if maybe you decide that yours is a snow girl or snow woman, maybe she doesn't want a hat, right? But if you want to put your hat on, again, glue is optional. I'm going to glue mine on today just because I know I'm not going to push my hat on very hard. And just like always, I want to count to 10 while I'm holding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, give a little push on everything. Make sure everything's really well on there. Now, the one thing that my snow person is missing is a mouth and some buttons. And I'm going to add these last few things with my black marker. And it's really important, artists, that you add these steps last because they need time to dry. If I were to work on the face after adding this stuff, I would get marker all over my fingers and all over my snow person. So always make sure when you're ready to add the mouth or maybe some buttons that you save this step for last, okay? So here I go. It's really nice and easy. All I got to do is just make a few little dots. So I'm going to go do the mouth. Just a few little dots as if I had some little pebbles or coal that I was going and adding there. And then I also like to add some buttons to the front as well. And voila, my snow person is done. Now right now, my snow person is very soft and squishy and needs some time to dry. So artists, don't play with your snow person yet. You need to wait a day or two to let the clay and all of the stuff that you added dry on your snow person. I'm just going to set mine down for a moment. And right now, I'm going to take the time to remind you, artists, that now that we've finished our snow person, remember, whenever we finish an art project, we need to turn in a photo of it on Seesaw or Artsonia. And you can take a photo now very gently, or you can wait for your snow person to dry a couple of days and take the photo then if you would like to, okay? Either or. But you have to turn in that photo. You cannot submit your Seesaw assignment blank, my friends, okay? So, I hope you had fun building a snow person with me today. And, as always, my artists, have fun creating.